I have no audio, guys.
I hear you. This
All
is
right.
Rob. I hear you, Gene.
All right, guys. I don't know if you guys were hearing me again. So, welcome to the brand new show, Heliopsychosis. We all know there is no cure for heliopsychosis. So, that's what we gonna plan to do is to discuss about
I'm not
this.
sure what to do.
There is no cure. So, welcome, guys. And
Yes.
we are trying to figure out the best ways to do live shows. We tried Facebook audio live features from past 2 3 days, but we've been having problems. So tonight we are doing live from StreamYard, and we are doing live to 4 different destinations. So before I introduce my guests tonight, so the 4 destinations we
Oh,
are
sure.
transmitting to
Can't hear
are
anything. I don't
YouTube.
know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you,
Yes,
Gene.
Ah,
I can hear you, Gene.
All right. So the destinations we are transmitting today at one in all place is YouTube. First of all, our YouTube channel, Vikka Draziv, Truth in Plain Sight. The second place we are doing is World Flat Earth
uh-oh.
Association group. So if you are in World Flat Earth Association group, you could watch this live too. And the third
Nice.
group we are doing is Ice Wall Radio 88 Facebook group. And then finally, we are doing our live on an independent platform called realtruthseekers.net or .com. So thank you everyone who are joining us from all these different places. You all are welcome. And we won't be doing any specific theme tonight because we are still trying to see how does it go, and once we get it going we're going to start doing specific topics with flat earth. So welcome everyone and enjoy. So our first guest is, you all saw him in the Flat and the Curve documentary. He's a helicopter pilot, he's an engineer, he's a scientist, he's a star of the Flat and the Curve documentary, and my good friend Rob Flat Plain Earth. Welcome, Rob. How are you, brother?
Okay. Thanks for the introduction, Vika. And thanks for the invitation. Thanks for all the work that you do, lining up all these connections. This is more connected than I've ever seen anything else, any other flat Earth production. And I want to say thanks to you in front of everybody, in front of the entire internet. Vika created an entire 90-minute technical presentation with pilots, ship navigators, aviation mechanics, radar techs, 3 authors, and himself, the movie producer, an entire 90 minutes, and he only spoke for 2 minutes. Incredible, Vika. With all the work you've done, you're the guy who put it all together, all of the production, masterful work. Thank you so much for everything you've done for this production. Thank you, number one. And number
Thank you.
two, yeah, go ahead, Vika.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for what you've done for your, and not only that, for your continuing effort, figuring out how to link our live broadcast in so many different locations. Well done. So that being said, I want to point out that this is a message. The entire Flatten the Curve broadcast and our documentary, it's a message. It's our technical message to the world that here it is. Our flight instruments, our navigation instruments, our radar instruments, anyone who knows the basics of these instruments, they all prove that they cannot work on a ball. It has to be flat for all this to work, for all of our systems to work. And that's what our documentary is. 13 of us from all these different fields. We've got 4 pilots, as I mentioned. We got radar techs, we've got ship navigators, and a submariner. All of us speaking, show us that our instruments cannot work on a ball, on a spinning ball, never, no less. Okay. There's 2 main topics we could talk about when we're introducing the flat Earth concept. because that's what it is. It's a concept, and it's an unlimited concept. Number one, can anybody prove the earth moves? And the answer is no. There's 100,000 proofs that the earth does not move. It cannot move. Number two, does the earth curve out and down like a ball? It doesn't. No one can prove that. So there you go. There's the celestial orbs, the celestial revolving orbs of Copernicus, of heliocentrism. Those two questions right there mark the end of heliocentrism. And that's what our documentary does. It shows that our flight instruments, our navigation instruments prove that there is no curve, there is no ball, there is no spin, there is no movement. Just like how, by the way, just like the Holy Scripture says, the Bible says more than 15 times, the earth is firm, fixed, steadfast, immovable forever, so that it shall not be moved forever. That's what the Scripture says. Our instruments prove, literally, our instruments prove the Holy Scripture. Therefore, there is a holy creator. And therefore, our study, our documentary closes the gap. Now, I will say this. The heliocentrists invented a gap between Scripture and science. Our observations, our proven, technical, simple observations prove that there is no gap between Scripture and science. We are closing the gap between Scripture and science. They are forever one from now on. The Holy Creator created the earth. If we want to study true science, we must study the creation. Voila, I'll leave it at that.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. You know that without your collaboration and everyone who's in the documentary, it's everybody's collaboration that made this happen. And I would always say that because that's what it happened. That's what had happened. So I really want to welcome everyone who is listening to us live. There are a lot of people in the chat here too. So I can see some. Mikey Smith, welcome, brother. We have the J Daddy. We got Alan Norstrand. We got, more people. And there are some people from Facebook because I can't see their names. Hello to you guys. Even Elvin Galt. Good to see you here, brother. Please do share the links, whichever you can, from Facebook or YouTube, so more people can join us. And please, if you have questions for any one of us, leave it and we'll try to get back to you all. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Our next guest is one of an admin from our main groups, 88 Ice Wall Radio. He's a flat earther too, and he collaborates with us too for sharing our content. So we'd like to welcome Genie Edited. Hello, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everybody? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Vic, I would like to reiterate what Mark was saying, Rob was saying, that production was truly amazing. It was so well done. It was a masterpiece. It really was. I watched it. This is my third time today, and you can't take it all in. And I even know some of the stuff already, but it's comprehensive, well done. And thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Same here, brother. Thank you for the feedback. That's awesome. There are many people who've been watched it few times already, and to get it, and even like this, we're always gonna find more stuff to really look into it more deeper. So that's great.
You will, and it'll raise more questions as well, give you answers on questions. It was great, and the music was awesome too. Some of the music is like I kind of skipped through it, but I didn't find the need.
Yeah.
No, I didn't find the need to do that. It was really a masterpiece. Well done.
Yep. Kudos to everybody who was on the team. That's why I wanted to take the opportunity to give shout out to all the people involved, because there are so many people involved in here, and we didn't get a chance, because even after doing so many shows and live, we didn't get a chance to give a shout out. So I'll try to do in different parts. So from the production team, there are so many people. So I hope I would remember all the names.
Yeah.
So the first, I can start with David J. Caron. Is a song at the final credits.
Okay, great
He's
song.
an amazing talent, and he's been a flat earther since a very long time. He has some amazing message through his music. and many people love that song at the final of the show of the documentary. Yes, go ahead, Rob.
I'm just following up. Love the song. It's fabulous.
Right,
100%.
and then yeah, and really goes because some people were even asking it was really written. The song was written for this, but no, but it really goes with it because it was just recent release just before the documentary, so it really blended in really well. And a
Fits
lot of
perfect.
people, that song really gets in their heart, in their soul at the end of the documentary. So it turned out
And
to be
And I, and I
really well.
I appreciate you put the lyrics also. Thank you.
yes, indeed.
Yep, it's
Uh,
amazing.
I want to add this in there. Not only it does it serve as the final credits, and it serves as a fabulous capstone to everything. What does it do? It serves as yet another topic of flat Earth research. For example, August Picard and his partner, they're just a team as we are. They're part of the team, so it shows their work along with ours. So their work stands exactly with ours. So it fulfills those three functions.
Absolutely.
Voila. It fits
Right.
perfectly well.
Right. So, and you could see there is so much information about even Picard and the way they changed in the Wikipedia that it looked like a flat disk, and he himself being there with the rest of the so-called scientists, in the corner. So, yeah, itself, as you said, Rob, that video in itself is a scientific proof in a way, of like showing you the reality which they're trying to hide. So it
Yeah, it's a
turned out.
tribute to that team, to that research team. He was researching the same topic that we did in our documentary. So if he was alive today, he would be part of our documentary. So there he was. The song commemorates him and really adds his work right with ours.
Yep.
There you go.
And
Absolutely.
there's a comment I wanted to read out from Brandon Neal, from Alan Norstrand. Flatten the Curve is the best documentary so far on Flat Earth. Thank you, brother Brandon.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
I
Thank
agree.
you for that comment. Fabulous. We all
And
agree.
then we got Alan Norstrand comments. I have gotten 2.3 thousand views so far, and my channel is very small. Yes, brother, thank you for the upload. That really means a lot to us. And there are many few channels like this, even small, but that getting it that far. So we really appreciate that, and being many places, and that all those small shares, and in the end, it's a huge combination. So thank you so much, brother, and everyone who's sharing.
Yep. The more the better.
Exactly. We also have our site called flattenthecurve.in, independent site, where you could have all the links and the interviews, where you could find everything related to the documentary. And if you could speak about the second song, it's a rap song, it's a young person, so it's also turned out pretty good. The lyrics are pretty awesome, and it's from a band called Nezramia, and their production is called the Dirty Toe Production, and it's quite a new band, but they're coming up with some good work too. So a big shout out to Tyler McKenzie for that awesome song too. And the list goes on. The list goes on as the production team. If we start from the script, Lee Wilson, and co-script Gail Todd. Okay, the script here, it means that the structure has been put out like that with the script, because the content itself, it's not scripted, it's the real testimony of the people. So they did a great job by putting that flow it needed, so it doesn't be very repetitive. So that turned out too pretty well. Welcome, Jonas Fig. Okay, there's another comment from Facebook. I don't know from where it is, but it say, "Hello, Vika. Hello, Rob. I'd like to ask you something. You are a pilot. I see when you fly, when you are in air already. If you understand me, does plane fly straight? I don't know if it's a mistake or it's a word, or the nose of the plane needs to be repaired upward from time to time. I don't know if you got it, Rob, but the question, you can check it in the comment. Hey, welcome, Carl Fletcher. Nice to see you, brother. Oh, Rob is thrown out. I have to add him in again. Just give me a sec, guys. We are doing everything from our
Yes,
mobile.
I
Sorry,
recognize
did you
this.
get the question? Did
I
you get
did.
the
Yes,
question, Rob?
I
Go
heard the
ahead.
question. Thank you. Yeah, that was my fault. I knocked myself out and I had to come back in. So that being said, the question is this: do airplanes fly straight? And the answer is yes. They fly straight and level for hours at a time. And it's the ADI. It's called the attitude indicator. The attitude indicator, the pilot always keeps the nose up above level. The planes don't even fly straight and level. They fly with the nose up to maximize airflow and to minimize turbulence. So yes, they fly at the same altitude forever, and it's as long as they want, right? And so there's no dipping the nose around the curve. That is impossible. That is not even heard of in aviation circles. It doesn't even exist. The concept of the plane flying down to fly around the curve of the Earth is not even a factor in aviation. It's simply an absurdity. Doesn't even exist.
Exactly, and the autopilot, they speak about some degrees of autopilot doing the correction. Yeah, the plane, even if it's a
Okay.
minimal correction, you feel that change. When
We could, if we're in the plane, we could feel the nose angling down at 500 miles. Let
exactly
me tell you about this, Vika, and anybody else listening. Let's talk about rate of descent. If the Earth is a curve, like they say, with an 8,000-mile diameter of the Earth, okay, airplanes fly on average 500 miles per hour. Let's just use that. If there's got to be a descent rate that goes around the ball of the Earth. And what is that descent rate? I'll tell you this: when when aircraft are descending for final at a landing, they descend at an average of 500 feet per minute. Okay, so when you're okay, mark that in your mind. Aircraft
Mhm.
descending to land, they normally descend at 500 feet per minute. That is standard aviation instrument flight. Okay, 500 feet per minute. For an aircraft flying around the ball of the Earth at 500 miles an hour, they would have to maintain a continuous descent rate of 2,770 feet per minute. Okay, you with me here? Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
yep.
absurd. The average, okay, it's more than five. It's almost six times the rate of normal descent for landing. The aircraft would have to maintain that for the continuous flight around the curve. That's as soon as that aircraft takes off, it's got to have a descent to go around the curve. That there, my
Don't
friends, that is it's laughable absurdity.
don't they
Go ahead,
fly at
Gene.
at a 4 degree nose up
No,
constantly?
yes,
So how's that work?
aircraft
Yeah,
fly with nose up, like I described earlier.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
and the other
Perfect
thing
example
also,
of
yeah, go ahead, Rob.
okay, good. I'll just let me tag this in. The globe is therefore a mathematical, geometric, geospatial, geophysical, and in all other respects, a scientific absurdity.
That's
Wow,
There you go.
that's the famous one. That's the famous one from the
That's
flat
why
in the curve.
I
Yeah,
invented
we know
that.
that.
Yes, I invented that.
Other thing I would like to add to this is, other thing, we know that the plane flight level is, because you get graphs when the flight is over. You have a graph of a flight taking off, flying level, and then descending. You really feel that climb. You feel the cruise, and you feel the descent. And the graph shows exactly what the plane does. Okay, if it's a plane during a cruise is going nose down and up like this gravity plane does, it's going to show that on the graph. Okay,
Mm.
and the normal flight doesn't show that on the graph. There's another proof that the plane fly straight and level, and they don't have a way to show us a graph on a curved graph. It's not possible, and nobody can change that data from the flight recorder. Okay, go
Correct.
ahead, Gene
Right.
or Rob.
Well,
Here's another one. Just along this line, there straight and level is a standard aviation term. Anybody who
yeah.
starts flying, anybody, this is flight lessons 101, straight and level. That's a definitive defined term within aviation. It means the aircraft is on its heading where it needs to go. The wings are level. It's on straight and heading, and it's not descending or ascending. It's at the same altitude as for the duration of its flight. That
16
means it's not
hours.
16 hours, 18 hours, exactly, from New York
Yeah.
to Moscow.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same altitude. It's not descending around the ball by regulation. That's what I'm pointing out here. By
Right.
regulation, by flight policy and procedures, that aircraft is not descending, which it would have to around the ball. There you go.
And what about like so we're all trapped in the atmosphere, and the planes move with the atmosphere. Is that right? That what they're trying to tell us?
Okay, yeah, that's what they're trying to describe. But then again, how does a kite fly? If the wind is moving simultaneously with the Earth, how does a kite fly? How do clouds move in different directions? Right?
Well,
How does a bird fly away? How does an airplane fly away? Right?
right. But what I'm wondering is how like so there's no angular momentum involved at all. So we go east to west. We're traveling with the speed of the rotation, right? And the revolution. So when we go when they turn to go south, how does it still follow that same angular momentum? It's just
exactly right.
right. That doesn't make any sense.
Is the aircraft therefore translating, meaning
Yeah.
moving, translating sideways,
Right.
500 miles an hour south? Exactly.
Right. Is it? What is this?
And so 500 miles south and 1,000 miles an hour to the east.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So
exactly.
it's
But
just,
we don't feel any of this. Our instruments don't see it. Never demonstrated. Never felt. Never perceived.
no. And Einstein said it all too. He proclaimed that there's no instrument to measure what's moving.
No visual means of measuring the movement of the Earth. There you
go. He said it was a big embarrassment. Michelson Morley.
Michelson Morley, thank you, my friend.
Yes. Yeah.
And Aries failure in
failure.
100%.
Yeah.
So
and
I wanted to add.
Samuel Robotham, 1836, Bedford Levels. There you go. There's three of them.
Just wanted to add that also during the flight routes, if you have some routes that the time difference should be a huge time difference if there is really a difference of motion between the Earth and the atmosphere and all this stuff. So the time difference are very, very minimum, and that's because of the jet streams and everything. So
yeah.
So they don't have a way to hide that. So, yeah.
There you go. That's another major inconsistency right there. Absolutely.
So what we got right now is the double-edged sword, kind of hopefully taking them out, right? Because they had to let the information out for their own, because they want to watch us. So we got this stuff too. So that they kind of shot themselves in the foot, so to speak. I think it's kind of
exactly.
It's like a race to the end now.
Yeah, Brandon also is saying, Brandon Neil, I got on Southwest Airlines and looked at a round trip to London to NYC. Both flight times were 5 hours 26 minutes. The Earth is not spinning, right? Exactly. Many routes are the same thing. An hour difference maybe in some places,
I don't fly a lot personally, but I don't. I kind of stay local.
Right. And then we got Alan Nostrand. I flew on a Concorde from London to New York in 1976 when I
Okay.
was 10 years old at 60,000 feet and 1350 miles hour, and it was as smooth and as can be. I don't remember any curvature. Exactly. The maximum I've been on a
Mm,
commercial flight is 45,000 feet on a jumbo. So that's the highest, but I didn't see any curve myself at that height. So, and
now you
then we
got it.
got Brandon Neal. I think, sorry, 7 hours, 26 minutes, not five, from New York to London round trip. Yeah, a bit of differences, but it's not a huge difference because if the whole ground is moving with the atmosphere, we should reach in less than half the time, maybe, Or as Rob was saying, like you just, go up on your helicopter and just stay there hovering, and you're going to reach everywhere with minimum fuel, less
Right.
contamination. So
Just wait for your destination to arrive, right? Rotate out from underneath us, right?
exactly.
Or in a balloon.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Hmm.
But funny how it's the wind that blows the balloon across the earth, thus proving that the
Yeah.
wind is not moving with the earth.
It's just such a ball of wax they got. There's
Exactly.
some very very brilliant people wrote that script though. What we're going through here, they were smart.
Yes, they were. Yes,
They,
they were.
they didn't leave any stone unturned, and
Yep.
that's where we are. We're turning over every stone for them. This is awesome.
Yes. And it wasn't Copernicus. He didn't write that. It wasn't Einstein. They didn't write that. They're just the front man. They're just the
Nah,
salesman. They're no different than Al Gore and Bill Gates.
absolutely,
That's
yeah, and Elon Musk and
uh-huh. There you go.
all of these guys,
Yep.
they're all front men. They're placed up, they're propped up, and
Yes.
handed everything. It's not organic at all. I don't believe that anymore. Not at all.
Well said.
Even as far as back as like Sam Walton, I don't think he was really organic. It might maybe started organic, but he jumped the fence really quick with all that
Yeah,
money.
exactly. Yep. Well said. Yes. And
Thanks.
now the FEMA organizations are using Walmart locations for
Yeah.
their stock marketing. I mean, for their warehousing.
And Walmart turns very easily into martial law with a couple little twists of those letters, very
There you go.
easily. Yeah, very strange.
There you go. There you go.
It really made me wonder when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, whatever, and I didn't watch the news much, but I happened to see Bill Clinton crying over Sam Walton dying, saying, "What a good man," and it was just bothered me, like, what is he crying over this guy for? What is going on here with these people?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I knew better than to get into it, I guess, because I just never liked that end of the spectrum. Those guys don't care. What did Ronald Reagan say? The 9 scariest words: "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
There you go. Right. Yes.
Yeah, and he signed in everybody's favorite. He signed in the act that stopped us from suing pharma when kids got hurt in the 80s.
Uh-huh. And he handed over the Medicare and healthcare plan
Right.
to the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What's going on?
So they all got their part in doing what they had to do.
Yeah. Well, here's why Bill Clinton was crying over the guy. Remember the mafia movies? They always cry.
Well, now I know, right? I know.
Shed a tear. High Fish. Remember? Have you seen there's a music video, Rammstein, the hard rock group from Germany?
Sure.
They sing a song called High Fish, which is shark. High fish, which means the highest fish on the food chain. High fish. That's comes from, right? Yeah. Well, their video is all about sharks sharking each other and getting rid of each other. So I just want to throw out.
That's the snake eats the snake, right?
Exactly. That's what it shows. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So I want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's joined us in the live. also I could see Real Truth Seekers there. Hey, brother, we're still waiting that you jump in. So, and welcome Brandon, Neil, also J Daddy. So everyone who's watching from all different platforms, yeah, thank you for being here. And just this is just the start. We are gonna have some amazing guests and more analysis and conversation and discussion. So please do join us, and we're gonna
Yeah,
go
share the
much
page,
ahead with more
guys.
investigation. And make sure you watch Flatten the Curve documentary. It's not even 10, 12 days, and it's
Yeah,
been going like
over
wildfire. Yep,
YouTube got
and
over
it's
10,000 hits as of today.
right,
Wow.
right,
Yeah.
and then it's also on Mark Sargent's channel that was also 10,000 above. Then we got
Wow,
on Eddie Allen Carr is 15,000 above,
very
and also
nice.
Alan Nostrum say around 2,500, and a few channels like that too. And on
Wow.
Facebook, we have already passed 25,000 on one page, and we have two
Yeah.
more pages,
Bro,
and
this is 11
and
days in, brother.
and RTS is just blowing up, man. The RTS Real Truth Seeker .net or .com is just blown away. We have only in our trailers we have around 4 million views, and the documentary in just one channel of RTS is 1.5 million views. Then on my channel on RTS is around 202,000. Maybe on
Wow.
Mark's and Rob's channel maybe it's 20, 50,000 views. So if you just put it all together, man, it's just blown up. So we are really happy about that. How the people are, and the people are sharing,
Congratulations,
people are
bro.
downloading. Yes, to all of us, brother, to all of us. It's a team
Yeah.
effort. That's why
Vika,
it's doing what it needs to do. Yes.
yes, I want to point out a couple comments here. Here's a great one from a Marine. He says this: only in Hollywood do we Marines factor in Coriolis. That's J Daddy. Okay. Brandon Neal's got a good comments here. He says, but when I
Hollywood.
look into buoyancy, the helium balloon made sense, right? It's more buoyant than the air around it. And then he
Uh-huh.
says, I tried throwing a helium balloon down to the ground, but the gravity theory didn't work.
With all the
That's a good.
force behind the throw?
Yeah, even with the force, he could not. We know this. You take a helium balloon, a balloon filled with helium, try to throw it down. It ain't going down. It's going up.
Oh, that's great.
We know, right?
You
That's how
can,
strong. That's how
you,
strong buoyancy is as compared to the gravity. I'm saying air quotes here, gravity.
right. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, fabulous.
And I don't know
Marvelous.
if the J Daddy we have in the chat. Hey Jay, are you the same guy? Gutai J. If you are the same guy, please do join us in the panel. If you want to, send me a messenger, and I'm gonna pass you the link to come to the panel. If you are same Gutai Jai. Okay. Thanks for being here. Yep. Go ahead, guys. And there's some amazing comments too. It's rocking, and Facebook shuts you down for telling the truth. Really? Ah, they took us down already? Ah, I
No.
don't believe it. On Facebook? No
Facebook took us
way.
down?
No, I don't know. It's just a message.
It might be a general.
So,
That looks like a general comment there.
we have another comment. Great comment. Great documentary, guys, by Flat Earth Ship Bear. Welcome, brother. I don't know if our live is on the Facebook group, so please do share the links of YouTube and Facebook, whatever you find up in the chat. Yep. So I also wanted to give a shout out to our opening narration from a band called Earthfish. It's not with F, it's with PHISH. Earthfish. They got some amazing song. It's a band, and the lead singer of that band is our opening narration.
Oh,
She's called
cool.
Alejandra Mirjana. So I wanted to give a shout out to. And who else we have got? We've got Luis Croes, who has done the artwork. We have Chris Kruner, who's been our graphic, doing all the graphics. Who else we got? We got Matt Smith, who joined us another day on our live audio room, and he's our production manager. Who else we got? Yep, Eric Kittendorf. He was the part of doing the research part. Yeah, so I think that's more or less from the production team. I hope I didn't miss out anyone. So a big shout out to everyone, guys. Thank you for all the effort
Yeah,
from the
thank you.
production team. So I'm taking that opportunity to give a big shout out to you all because everybody is really important for that.
Yeah, I watched it for my
Okay, we
third
have
time today. It was awesome. I'll watch it another 3 times, I bet. No problem.
excellent.
So
So
you got it down by now, then.
I hope so.
Well,
you still
it's
can. You could watch a few more times. So I
Oh,
still
yeah. Let it absorb. It's a lot of great stuff, a lot of technical information that can't be beat. You can't beat it.
exactly, yeah, because many people are saying that the trolls are gone. The trolls are missing. There are very few there, maybe a little bit higher paid ones, they're
Mm,
still trying to, but they can't do more than bullying and a few comments here and there. They can't really
yeah.
debunk the this, and
You have to look over so much circumstantial evidence and it's not even it's better than circumstantial, but you have to overlook so many red flags and curiosities and weird things, strange stuff connected that you could overlook, but this it's just too much. There's such so much of it.
right, it's so massive. They just combine with everything, so it's more difficult for the people to follow a line, straight line. So
Well, I think that's we're taught to. We're taught to respect our teachers, get good grades, make the grade, do you know so it's and that's from kindergarten with the globe and the spinning ball monkey thing. They and the cartoons before we get to school are riddled with this stuff, and the clues where every once in a while, every other year, like the Flintstones will throw in an episode where him and Christopher Columbus are arguing about the flat earth or the round earth. So they all know. They know these cartoons are not just cartoons. That they're high end indoctrination programs disguised as cartoons, as well as all TV, as far as I can tell. TV, movies, songs, all of it. These people are hired to do a job, and part of that job is to let us know in peculiar ways what they're really doing.
exactly, keep us entertained or
That yeah,
keep
right.
us confused, keep us, you
Yeah,
know,
well, entertained while we're looking right at it is what I kind of mean. We're
that's the
looking right
yeah,
at it, and we don't see it until you start looking. Start looking, then you see it all over the place. And Oreos are a strange design, and from the it just go. It doesn't stop. It does not stop with where these people are. Football is all Freemasonry. Baseball is 100% Freemasonry, and it's been designated as entertainment now, or I don't know how recently, but that means that the outcome of the game is can be predetermined, and it's nobody's business.
right.
So it's kind of like a very strange world.
Yep. And all though they mix with all the pandemic and all this stuff. We should avoid hot words, but yeah, let's not get into that that part of it. I'm gonna read some comments here. Fact checker sucks on Facebook, right, brother? That's true. Predictive programming, and we don't know by whom is the comment, and then you got conditioning of
Yeah.
masses to accept. And we got
100%.
it's called programming for a reason.
Right. Remote
So,
control, TV programming.
yeah, it's been
It's
working. They've worked on it for a long time. It's not this all this product they have right now with all the humanity is like too much preparation from hundreds of years, and it's all
right.
just coming
Right.
together. So
I don't think TV was some sort of an accident. I think they did it for this reason. I don't think they wanted to just entertain us and keep us busy being happy. I don't believe that. This stuff, we don't need this entertainment stuff to the degree we get it. And if some real people were running this show, we might get some good quality stuff like you're doing, Vika. Some good quality stuff to absorb, and not the Hollywood Star Wars stuff. Not to knock Hollywood or any fans or anything, but it's
yeah,
it's
because
it's. Mm-hmm.
most of the people, it's like this entertainment and its distractions are a kind of distraction to distract themselves from seeing the reality, right? I
Yeah,
hope I get it right. So it's and they are doing a great job at doing keeping them entertained, and in a
yeah,
way that the people don't want. Some people can see it very clearly, but they just won't accept it for themselves and for others. And like many don't want are closet flat earther because of this, because they feel and they want but they can't, or they don't want. So we got every type. So
Hmm. It. I could imagine it not being easy for some people. It's a hard. It's a strange reality to realize that all, like we were saying, all these people from kindergarten through 12th grade were deceived also, and they just passed it on. And I'll always kind of say that, if a teacher understands they're teaching the wrong stuff, you got to understand that they went through how many years of school to put a plaque on their wall, to owe somebody a ton of money to put that plaque on the wall. So they're not going to tell you anything real. They're going to tell you what they have to tell you, and that's the end of that story. Not a lot of people are going to jump ship on a paycheck. We're forced into little financial corners, and that cuts a lot off right there.
yep, it does. Alan Nordstrand says, funny, I also have it on Rumble, but only have 2 views. Yeah, because it's been linked from YouTube. So yeah, in Rumble also, it's very difficult to come up on the algorithm. But at least it's a good place even to have it linked, Alan. So thank you for that too. And we got Joan Fix says, genius, smart man, excellent brother. Bread and circuses, right? Bread and
Yeah,
circus. That's what it
uh,
needs for this illusion to keep going because
keep them entertained, and they won't question.
right. I don't know if Rob is there or if you want to add something. Or
That
Rob, are
sounds.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I just want to throw in truth is stranger than fiction. That goes
Yeah.
to the discussion of
It's
all
so much better.
the, ain't it?
It
It's
is.
stranger than fiction, and it's also unlimited. When we go to the schools, they want to teach us about the globe and how the universe is, but really that's limited to whatever they can invent. When we start looking at the real Earth,
Good
flat
point.
Earth, and combine it with the Scripture, now we realize that it's correct, and that puts an entire different shade on the very Bible Scripture itself. We realize now that it is a science textbook. All the miracles that are described in the Bible, they're accurate. They did happen.
Mm,
The schools have been lying to us forever. We really have to take another look at the entire world and all of its history. We have to relearn
yeah,
everything.
everything.
That's our goal.
Forget what we learned. Really, for the most
Yes,
part,
and
almost
relearn it. Absolutely.
almost 100% of it. They sprinkle just a little truth around here and there, just to
Yeah.
keep it strange
Yeah.
enough to believe it. Well,
Uh-huh.
that is true, and 90% is not. So you got to go with the truth, right? They're
Yes.
smart. They're wizards. They're brilliant. I hate to hand it to them, but
They
we're
are sorcerers. Sorcerers.
yeah.
Societal deception. That's masters of deceit. There's even a
Oh,
book written, Masters of Deceit.
absolutely.
That's it. Yes, sir. There's so much written on it. And when we start, I'm sure we've all done this. When we start looking into the details of where they've deceived,
Mm.
it's so deep. It would take lifetimes to learn it all.
Oof.
They're everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. Incredible.
It's so true. It's
Yep.
so true. And just those two veins of entertainment, music and movies and or TV, whatever, if you could jump that into one bundle, it's just
Okay.
loaded with all this stuff, which is really cool. It's like you got to find the dots, then you connect them.
Right,
There
right.
you
Hey,
go.
real
That's
truth seekers.
well said.
Hey, just a second, Rob, and you can continue. I just wanted to say, real truth seeker, brother, we are still here if you still want to jump in. And also, there's a comment by Gary Towner. Hi from Fisherman in a Box. That's where I first talked to you. Are
All
you the
right.
same guy from the channel Fisherman in a Box? Hey, if you want, Gary, if you are the same guy and if you want to jump in on the panel, send me send me a messenger so we could pass you the link if you are interested to be on the panel. You're welcome. And thanks for that awesome interview with Mark Flatlander
I saw that
and
just
for those
before I
awesome
joined that.
feedback. Yeah, so that was great, Gary. Go ahead, Rob.
No, that's all. I I'd finished my last comment.
Okay.
That's all for now.
So I'll give a couple of few shout outs before. So the
Go
other
ahead.
people I wanted to give shout outs were our collaborators. We have our first collaborators is Density Clothing Company by Kevin Barbic.
There
And
you go.
thank you, Kevin, for that awesome design. And then we have Ferret Radio Live. So from the host, Mark Hollander. Thank you, brother, for that awesome job that you did with all our participants. Amazing. And thank you, Rick, for that professionalism. That was really awesome and appreciated. Our other collaborators were Ice Wall Radio Group from Jeffrey. So thank you, Jeffrey, for that collaboration. Who else have we got? Yep, we got from Instagram. We had Flat Earth Stuff V2 for all our promotions with all our trailers and amazing job. So big shout out Flat Earth Stuff V2 on Instagram. And the other one on Instagram we had was Beneath the Firmament, the Great Circle Map. Awesome content too. So please check them out also on Instagram. Who else we got? Yes, Flynn Robert Cormack from TikTok, brother. Big shout out to you for all the interviews on the TikTok, brother. That was great. We all enjoyed it. And thank you for doing that, brother. Flynn Robert Cormack on TikTok, True Earth, True Man. Check him out. Great stuff, doing great lives. Who else we got there? Yes. And then we have Stay Flat, a Spanish collaborators on Instagram who would be translating the flatten the curve in Spanish. So that would be great. So a big shout
Nice.
out. Stay flat on Instagram. Saludos, hermano. And then we have Elvin Stagin from Holland who is going to be doing the Dutch translation. So a big shout out to you, Elvin. Thank you, brother, for that collaboration. Okay. Still, I could remember more. We're gonna Rob Skiba website is still up. He has series looking into Genesis, Revelation, and Enoch. Talks about giants and more. Highly recommended.
Great stuff.
By the way, Vika, our additional pilot for Flatten the Curve number 2, he's ready to go. I told him we could keep his name anonymous, but he's ready to give us material. He's in complete support of us.
That's great. That's great, brother.
Well,
Great news. We have some amazing people. Yeah, go ahead.
that's all. Just want to throw that in. Oh,
Yeah,
and we have
and yeah, we have. Yeah,
Josh Gennard about the second law of thermodynamics. Can't have a pressure system next to a negative gas pressure system called, which they define as space as an infinite vacuum. You can't have 14 psi of ambient air pressure next to an infinite vacuum of space without a barrier. We've got two people to discuss that
Excellent.
for number
That,
two. Yeah.
that's a problem. How does gravity know to slowly let go of the atmosphere?
Yeah, exactly. Gravity's so selective, right?
Gravity is brilliant.
It pulls down 300 tons of steel, but when we make that 300 tons of steel into a ship, how come it can't pull the ship down? Right?
Gravity.
And then we have a rubber balloon that falls in the thin air, but we put helium in it. Now gravity doesn't want it.
Yeah. The gravity deflector.
Exactly, right? An apple. Why does an apple float on water? Why can't gravity pull it down?
Because
Why
it's a
can't
witch.
Yeah, good one. Gravity the witch. That's a good one. I hadn't heard that one before. Gravity the witch. We could make we could make an entire hour-long
Comedy rip.
right.
right? Seriously, Gravity the witch.
Hey guys, we have a new guest. Let's introduce him. So we have a friend here from many years. He's been a flat earther doing behind the scene to really build up a base for the truthers to get together, and he with his all his hard work and all the work he does, he's right now running one of the most amazing site called realtruthseekers.com or .net. And I tell you, literally, he's supported many of our flat earthers and our team as Flatten the Curve, Truth Frequency Films, and amazing support. And it wouldn't be enough to just go on. So I would like to introduce you guys, Marcio David. Brother, welcome, brother. It's so awesome to have you here. Welcome.
It's amazing to be here, my friend. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you to receiving me. Can you hear me?
Yes, brother. Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Yes, my friend. Speaking about gravity is the magic thing about everything else. Is the magic card.
It is.
Yeah, it's the best way out for them. Yeah.
If you take them gravity, they have nothing.
Yeah.
That is how I think, my friend.
It's their magic.
Yeah,
potion.
Neil deGrasse Tyson loves his gravity. So,
Even
so
you
Marcio,
know what it is.
Marcio, tell us something about yourself or RTS. Anything you want to share? A perfect moment. What
Yes,
you're
my
up to? What?
I I'm up with much things in the same time, and trying to help the community to try to share the best way we can everything in one place. That is, I'm done to have 5 or 6 accounts with everything different, with channels for this side, with postcards for this side, for streams for that side. I want to have one account for everything, and that I am building that. I need to, or else the sensor is so much everywhere that you never know where you can post or where you can share, or else you need to go check if he's still up. I just posted now, and not even up. Nobody see it. What is that, man? How can
Exactly,
we
your
live
site,
like that?
brother.
Yeah.
Yes, your site is a savior for many, brother. You know, so it's like having all that is been shadow banned and censored is been in one place, and that's like really like you're really protecting how Mark said about you that you're really protecting the truth. It's important not only to bring the truth and put it forward, but it's also to protect it because
To
it's
share
true.
it to
Because
next
in one
generation.
go, yeah, because in one go, these people can take out everything. Everything is gone. So
No, I will
You
not
know.
let it, my friend. I will not let that happen.
So thank you for that, all that effort you do behind the scenes. Rob, go
Uh,
ahead.
Scott, this is Marcio. This is our RTS guy. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I wanted to say personally from the team, thank you so much for everything you've done. You've rolled out the red carpet. You've done everything we needed and more. Thank you so much. And you even, I want to recognize that you even reached over to the t-shirt and sweatshirt people who made those, broadcasting and promoting us everywhere. Thank you so much.
Uh, Thanks. And it's an honor also to try to help everybody else because is the only way we can make it is if we help each other, my friend. How much more we help each other
Exactly.
is the only way.
To
That's what they don't want.
our efforts into the truth. And the truth gets bigger when we all support it. Exactly.
For, for sure. And we will make that happen and much more for sure. We will not stop it.
Looking
And
forward
we
to
are
it.
seeing it happen. Yeah, we are seeing it happen, right, Marcio?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, for sure. Much people are seeing it, my friend. What they try to shadow ban all these years, they are trying now to fight it, adding new features everywhere to try to shadow ban it even more. And we
Oh
will we
yeah,
will have them all. We will have them all, my friend, for
we
sure.
will. The axe is not only laid at the foot of the tree. The axe is now chopping the tree. We
For
are
sure.
chopping.
Exactly, exactly, brother. And Marcio, like side, like are you, or is really making them think because they do shadow ban, but they can't really censor it totally because they know there are many options and people are seeing the options because people don't mind if you're watching the live or the video or the documentary on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or some independent site. People need
They shadow
to
ban
see some
themselves.
plays.
They shadow ban themselves, trying to so we don't use their links to share with friends, but in the same time they are trying to shadow ban themselves. They don't let the others share their own content. So people are trying to share their own content in their platforms when they are shadow banning that, so they don't have content, they don't have people. People are going everywhere else. You know, they are losing the members because of that.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, we are 1 hour in with the show. So, thank you everyone who are here. And for sure, we still have 30 minutes to go. So, I'm gonna just give a couple of few shout outs before we continue with the conversations. So, our next shout outs are first one, okay, RTS. We do that, and you give all the information you want to pass about RTS, your latest work, and how the people can join, and whatever you want to add. So before that, we're gonna give shout out to all the participants from the documentary, starting from John Nicholson. Sir, thank you very much for that awesome piece of truth. A big thank you to you from everyone. And we got Joshua Silva, our next pilot. Joshua, brother, thank you, brother. And that was really, really great. The people loved it. You know, you also loved it. We all loved that part too. He's a commercial airline pilot. He's very busy to come on the shows and everything, but we definitely gonna have him too on the show in the future. So Joshua, a big shout out and thank you for that, brother. Thank you. Who else have we got? Hermano Hector, our pilot from Mexico. Saludos, hermano, y muchas gracias. Thank you, brother, for that testimony, and we really appreciate that. So next we got Brett Freeman, our aeronautic engineer. Sir, awesome, awesome testimony. Amazing stuff. There is no debunking of that. So big shout out, Brett, and we love to have you also sometime on the show. So who else was next after Brett? We have Francis Miller. Francis, brother, thank you for that awesome live video from the ship. promoting the documentary and your whole testimony itself. I know you had more to say, but that was really amazing stuff. And there is no debunking of radars and all longest line of sights, and there is no way. Okay, so the globe stars can really start doing something because there is no stopping of that. So Francis, brother, we see you soon on the show too. So thank you for that awesome
I'd like to
contribution,
throw
brother.
something in. Can I throw something in while I'm
Yep.
thinking of it?
Yeah.
If
So
anybody
anytime,
out there
Rob.
wants,
Yeah.
anybody wants to check out Guinness Book of World Records for the longest photo ever taken is interesting. I don't remember the numbers on top of my head, but check that out. Guinness Book of World
Yeah.
Records for the longest photo.
400
Yeah.
something
It's here in
kilometers.
Spain. It's from northern Spain to
Okay,
France.
yeah,
It's 443 kilometers. It's one of the longest line of sight.
excellent.
It's just few hundred miles. No, maybe a thousand miles from here, 1,000 kilometers from here. But yeah, it's
Very
here.
cool.
So Rob, you want to add something before I continue with the rest of the shout outs? Yep. You want to add?
No, I'm okay. Thanks, Vika. Please continue.
All right.
I'll let you know if you need to.
All right. The next contribution was from Jay, our radar navigation. Hey, Jay, brother. Thank you so much. That was great stuff. Great stuff. Like how the missiles cannot go over a spinning, sorry, guys, spinning ball, and the waypoints and the radar, how far we see. It's amazing. It's so many points to destroy the globe. So thank you, brother. A big shout out to you, Jay. Radar navigation and operational intelligence. Thank you, brother, so much. That will be very much appreciated in the community. Thank you. And then we had anonymous aficionado. Hey, brother. Wasn't great stuff. Marine, periscope, being underwater for 3 months, not adjusting for curvature, nothing. Awesome stuff. Yeah, brother. Thank you so much. A big shout out to you. Anonymous aficionado, if I say it correctly. Thank you. And then finally we have Rob Taylor, brother. It's never less, brother. Every point on spot, amazing stuff. Radar, everything.
Yes,
ADIs, Coriolis.
and
It's
all of this
endless.
is basic observations. This is all 101 level. Nothing more complicated than 10th grade physics, chemistry, and flight
Common
lessons.
sense.
Day one. Voila.
That's
There you
right.
So
go. The
thank you, Rob. And I wanted to add that too because Rob had been really a huge support apart from being a participant. So he was there always the whole time. So amazing, Rob. Apart from all your contribution, all those amazing points, and I have a lot of stuff from you that it's so much amazing stuff I have still from you. So I know you have lots to say. You with all your background, being an engineer, being a pilot, and all your analysis and everything. Thank you, sir, for all your contribution
Yeah,
and for
thank
your
you.
friendship and for your support. So that's a huge, big shout out to everyone. And I would like to say that every one of us have done this together, and a big thank you from the heart for make this possible. And we did it. Thank you. Huge thank you.
You guys did a fantastic job, gentlemen.
Thank you for you. Thank
Congratulations.
you for you, Vika. Thank you for you, Vika, for the good work.
Love it, man. Love it, brother. So we have a comment from Peter Gibbon. Never thought my daughter about this 15 years ago, a heavy burden to bear. Yep, the youngsters, yep. But I think the generation is smart. They're gonna see soon because all this is can be hiding in the algorithm, so from somewhere it's gonna reach to the people and people gonna see it.
For sure.
I,
They need to.
they can't hide everything. It would look too suspicious, right?
Yeah,
Start
they can
studying
only
that.
try doing the disinformation. All they can try is disinformation, trolling, and try to work with
Hope.
the algorithm that if the people don't reach to get the right information. So
Yeah.
it's just too
I,
so easy to fill the gap with crap. So go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. So, I want to throw this out. Scientifically speaking, everything that we presented in our flatten the curve, that's all flat Earth. That's all science 101. It's taught in the 10th grade at the chemistry and the physics courses and flight schools day
Yeah.
one. This is week one of flying. Therefore, we don't bring in anything new to people. They already know the science that we present to them. All we do
Mm.
is show them how it really works. Here's how the real world works. They have the basics, but they've never seen it in action. So all we're doing is opening their eyes and showing them here's how real science works. That's all we're doing. We're not giving them anything new. We're just showing them how reality works because they've never seen it before.
Exactly. So you don't have to be exactly any specialist in anything. If you understand basic logic and reasoning, you can see it very clearly. And if you are
Uh,
still indoctrinated and still living in ignorance, you're never gonna find never truth anywhere. This or never anywhere. If this doesn't open your eyes, nothing can. And we have people saying that. You know, if this can open your eyes, nothing can.
it makes me wonder if they feel that their indoctrination worked well enough to let this all out at this point. Because without their help, we
To
all
make
this
the selection.
information, well, it might not have gotten out without the internet as widespread as it did. So they wanted the internet, but they got to let all the information out. They can't just let parts of it out. But it, like I said, it shot them in the foot, sort of, because I think it's taken off quicker and bigger than they were expecting. So that maybe their indoctrination didn't really work as well as they were hoping. People are catching
Exactly. So
on.
many things are blowing off the lid on many subjects. The
Yeah,
lids have been blown. So why not flat Earth? That's what's
yeah.
been happening.
There's so many things. Everything they taught us, though, pretty much everything. History is a bunch of stories that didn't happen, told by people who weren't there. Kind of
Yeah, and
Needs to be the most important thing for them to spend so much millions on it.
on the history, right?
To hide it.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll argue the fact that we are in the information age right now, where it's all being handed to us, but it's also being erased right in front of us too.
Yeah.
This is like the biggest book burning that we ever saw, just as well as the biggest awakening, kind of. Because this stuff, this
exactly.
shoving, right? I think it is. It's both. It's crazy. It's a double-edged sword we're all swinging around. Well,
Yeah,
they
because
are.
because nobody's really thinking about it because everything Google search for you, everything Google thinks about you. So in the
Yeah.
future, if these Googles go away, many skills and many information of many people is gone. So if you are not physically really understanding and whatever you learn through your books or your other education from before,
Right.
and if you don't have that in your real application in life, it's very difficult that you're going to get all this information back because be it
Yes,
any
sir.
subject.
Speaking about the books, we just add a new category for books, so writers can publish also their own books on RTS,
Wow, that's great.
or for free, or for paying. It will come with the memberships. Also, I think it will be better than percentage because nobody wants to win percentage from it. but maybe better membership for it, that they can also still sell with their own price and not like a Amazon shop. It can also be added as Amazon shop or linked to it. Can be better. But now it's already running and working perfect. So I hope people start to profit from it.
That's great.
Yeah, there's some amazing features, yeah, on RTS, brother. Yeah, uh, the whole FTC page, how you designed and everything, man. That's a great job.
No,
We have everything in
all the
one place
RTS
too.
team, all the RTS team is amazing. All the big truthers, big brothers, they are all together to try to save the truth, my friend. He's only that.
Nice.
He's only us.
Yes, I
And by
can
the
imagine. Yeah, it's a huge support. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
yes, by the way, I have a book. I wrote a
Can
book
you
on
mute your mic? Can you mute your mic, Marcio? Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I wrote a book. I have it. It's in manuscript form on Afghanistan. I called it Zulu Wars in Afghanistan. The Zulu War failed. The British, the war in Afghanistan failed in the late 1800s. I wrote a book that.
Oops, you're gone, Rob.
Book's a mystery.
Are you?
It falls.
Rob, you're jumped out. We can't hear you, Rob.
He'll be
All
right
right.
back on. He got clicked off
The
a little while ago, right?
Yep, Gary Towner. The problem is the true science and false science. Exactly,
Right?
Okay,
pseudoscience.
can you hear
Yeah.
me
Oh,
now?
you're back.
Hey.
You just got cut out, so you gotta repeat, bro. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just saying that in 2014, I wrote a book I still have it in manuscript form. I've got a book I wrote on Afghanistan. I talk about international sovereignty and how the U.S. violated all the rules there. I talk about a lot of things. I think I included 7 pages on international sovereignty just because it's obvious, it's plain as day. The title of it, I wrote, the name of the title is Zulu Wars in Afghanistan. We all know that the Zulu War in Southern Africa, that failed, and the British wish they had never set foot in Afghanistan after they captured the Zulu chief called Cetewayo. I know that because I studied in the Africa region as my work down there. But the British failed their war in Afghanistan in the late 1800s. Every war has failed in Afghanistan, and look, the U.S. went away without any big progress there. So, long story short, I've got that book on Afghanistan. I'll bring it to Marcio at RTS.
Perfect place. Perfect
Yes,
place, Rob.
that should be amazing. Yes.
Yes, we need the real truth and RTS too, because yeah, we know Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. We know how they're doing. So soon we're gonna be wrapping up, but yep. So Marcio, you wanna add something else about RTS? I would like to add, guys, RTS is an amazing platform. Do check it out. Amazing content, amazing material for viewers and for content creators, and amazing features. And every time is more supportive for all the shadow banned material. So do check it out. realtruthseeker.net.com. Marcio, go ahead, brother.
Yes, the best way to memorize it is rts.video. It's smaller, faster to write. rts.video. Between, yeah,
rts.video. Or if anybody just put that and it turns into a link. Okay.
yes,
RTS.video.
yeah,
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you.
faster to go inside and to write, to memorize.
So thank you, brother Marcio, for all your work, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Vika, for everything and for all the good work. Also for all the pilots, it was an amazing content, amazing video, and we are looking forward to see much better, much more, and much more people are coming. So it's gonna be amazing.
Yes, brother, we are all doing it together. So that's awesome, and everyone who are listening from YouTube, thank you all, everyone for being there. Do like, subscribe, share, and on Facebook, on our group, World Flat Earth Association. Do share the group, invite your friends, get more traffic, because that was one of our main group that got shadow banned, where we had so much traffic, was being from being one of the most active group on Facebook to a stagnant group, so they just do that because when they see the word is getting out really out of the hand, that's what they do with, and they did with World Flat Earth Association. So do check it out. And everyone who's watching from Ice Wall Radio 88 group, thank you for watching and listening, and do share that group too. And we have many places, so if the shout out, if we go to all the places, it's going to be such a long shout out. So thank you everyone from listening, and we definitely we're gonna get more specific with time. We're gonna have with more topics and more screen sharing. So thank you on everyone who has been joining us, and because it's our new audience and that means a lot to us. So thank you everyone. And Gene, thank you brother for joining us. It was great. The last night chat was great, and today too. So you're welcome to brother to join us anytime.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I feel honored. I really do.
The pleasure is ours, brother. The
Thank
pleasure
you.
is ours.
It's good to meet
And
you
Rob,
guys.
same here, brother. Same here. Rob,
And by all
if you're
means,
still
thank
there,
you, Vika. Thanks a lot.
thank you
Thanks
for
to
joining.
everybody. It's nice to have our digital venue with RTS. Thanks for supporting us in every way. That's massive for us, and more to follow, right, Vika? We've got sequel. We got Flatten the Curve 2 already in mind, possibly 3. Plus, we want to branch out into the different fields: aviation, ship navigation, radar, and then we want to do a general science version as well. So we got a lot more in mind.
Exactly, a lot is coming. It's just the starting. So, and these lives are going to be our basis to just evolve from there and our next projects. So, guys, make sure you do check out our next shows. We're going to see, we won't be doing daily shows, but at least we're going to try to do at least a one or two a week, or minimum one. So, please make sure that you join us for our next shows. And there's so much amazing comments, and thank you, everyone. And yes, this is heliopsychosis. We know what is heliopsychosis, and that's what we are trying to do so the people can get out of that heliopsychosis. So,
Yes,
again,
they got from it.
thank you, Marcio. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Rob. And thank you, everyone in the chat from anywhere you're watching. And yes, RTS, everyone, thank you there too. And see you guys
Thanks,
really
everybody.
soon.
Thanks everybody.
Have a
Yep.
great night.
Bye, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye.
See you later.